April 30th is decision day in regards to bail applications for Beachy Stout and his co-accused. Everton Beachy Stout McDonald, who is a businessman from Portland, is accused of taking the life of 2 wives. He will become aware of his fate in regards to whether or not he will be granted bail on April 30th. A bail application was heard for the 67-year-old man in the Home Circuit Court on Tuesday. Beachy Stout is charged with the 2009 passing of his first wife, Marlene McDonald, and the July 2020 passing of his second wife, Tonya Hamilton McDonald. One of the 2 men charged with the passing of Hamilton McDonald is Hester Tiny Barnes of Epsom District in Anota Bay, St. Mary. A bail application was also made on his behalf by his defense team. In the bail hearing, Bert Samuels, the lead attorney for Everton McDonald, argued that his client has been diagnosed with clinical depression. Samuels also rejected the allegations that his client took the life of his 2 wives. The prosecution urged presiding Judge Justice Vinette Graham Allen to deny McDonald's request for bail, arguing that the allegations against him were of a serious nature. Following the bail application, Graham Allen reserved her decision on bail until April 30th. Beachy Stout and his co-accused were remanded in custody until that time. On April 1st of 2021, Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of serious activities Fitz Bailey announced that McDonald was charged for the passing of his first wife, Marlene. The 50-year-old woman was involved in a shelling incident, which occurred in her driveway after she parked her car at her Boundbrook home in Port Antonio, Portland, in May 2009. She later passed away as a result of the harm that she received from the shellings incident. At the time he was being charged, McDonald had been remanded in custody for the passing of his second wife shortly after her passing in July 2020. Also charged in relation to the passing of Hamilton McDonald is 56-year-old Denvalin Bubble Minot, a fisherman of Ranch Hill in Portland. The 3 men were also jointly charged with planning to take the life of Mrs. Hamilton McDonald. Minot pleaded guilty to the passing in September of 2020. He was subsequently given 19 years behind bars and ordered to serve 10 years before being eligible for parole consideration. 32-year-old Mrs. Hamilton McDonald, also called Sassy, a businesswoman of Dolphin Cove in Dolphin Bay, Portland, was found with an upper area missing on Monday, July 20th, 2020. She was just outside a Toyota Axiom motor car that was found engulfed in conflagration on the Tailington Main Road in Sherwood Forest, Portland. The police at that time had mentioned that they had information that suggested that McDonald had paid over $3 million to have Mrs. Hamilton McDonald taken care of. Indications were that after she lost her life, the 2009 case was revisited by the police, and following the submission of a file to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, a ruling was handed down for McDonald to be charged with taking the life of another individual and planning to do same in relation to his first wife, Marlene. 2 of the 3 dangerous individuals that have been charged in relation to the passing of banker Andrea Lou Garwood inside a church in Falmouth, Trelawney in January of this year were remanded in police custody when they appeared in the Trelawney Parish Court. They are scheduled to reappear in court on Thursday, May 20th. The men are 29-year-old Javan Janoy Garwood, who is charged with taking the life and planning to take a life, along with Dwight Bingham, who is charged with taking a life and illegal possession of a dangerous tool. The matter was postponed because of incomplete file submission. Javan Garwood is the stepson of the woman that passed away. Leon Hines, the getaway driver who pleaded guilty to his role in the passing of the woman, was given 6 years behind bars for illegal possession of a dangerous tool. Hines was also given 1 year for accessory after the fact to this passing, but he will only serve 6 years as the sentences will run concurrently. He secured a plea deal with the prosecution, which resulted in 4 of the 6 charges against him being dropped. He pleaded guilty to the charges of illegal possession of a dangerous tool and accessory after the fact. He pleaded not guilty to the charges of taking a life, planning to take a life, accessory before the fact to taking a life, and other related activities. 51-year-old Lou Garwood was involved in a shelling incident during morning worship at the Agape Christian Fellowship Church on Sunday, January 31st. Man has been arrested after allegedly offering $2,000 to an officer on patrol. The police in Sanaan have arrested and charged a man for allegedly offering an officer $2,000 while he was carrying out highway patrol duties on the Miami Bay Main Road. He is scheduled to appear in court on June 3, 2021. 28-year-old construction worker from Duncan's in Trelawney was charged with breaching the CPA after he allegedly offered the law enforcement officer $2,000 after being cited for having excessive tint on a vehicle he was driving. The police have said that the offense was pointed out and the man allegedly offered the law enforcement officer money to avoid going to court, despite being warned. Having issued the warning to the gentleman, he still insisted on offering the police officer $2,000. A white 2010 Toyota Mark X, which he was driving in, was searched in his presence, but nothing of evidential value was found. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about all of the matters that have been discussed in this session. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.